Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jordan over here at the Movie Den. I hope you all are doing well. So today we're going to be doing a comparison between the Vinegar Syndrome release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 in 4K versus Arrow's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 in 4K. Now, this is going to be an interesting one, guys, because there are some issues that is going on with the Arrow release when it comes to the Panasonic players. But this also has Dolby Vision, and it does have some stuff that this doesn't have. But then again, this has some stuff that this doesn't have. So this is going to be a very interesting comparison. Now, I'm not going to talk much about this 1982 classic from Tobe Hooper. A lot of you guys already know about this movie pretty much from the Vinegar Syndrome release. But I will say think of this like Tobe Hooper's, I don't want to say comedic, but there is definitely some comedy horror aspects in this to his original 1974's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was a more gritty movie than this. Not to say this isn't gritty, but the original definitely was a little bit more, and this one definitely does have more gore than the original. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Arrow release. Now, some benefits that this one does have is, of course, it has Dolby Vision. That does help quite a bit. You also get a 100 gig disc if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, as opposed to Vinegar Syndrome's 66 gigs. So you're going to get more information on your disc. That's going to help stuff with like banding and different things like that. Other than that, with this, you are getting some extra booklets, art cards. You're also getting some additional special features. What you're really getting in this is new visual essays that you are not getting in Vinegar Syndrome's release. Now, as far as Vinegar Syndrome's 4K release, which, by the way, this is an awesome release, you are not getting the Dolby Vision, and like I said, you're only getting a 66 gig disc with this. However, you are getting some special features, and there are different interviews and a few other things in this that you are not getting in the Arrow release. So that is something to consider when talking about these two. Now, of course, with the Arrow release, there is an issue going on right now with the Panasonic players specifically, which is interesting. I think it's like an encoding issue is really what's going on. It does work from my understanding on the Sony players, the LG players. I personally have a Panasonic player and it doesn't work. And I have done a video showing that issue. I'll go ahead and link that down below for you guys to check out. Basically, what's going on is when you have the Dolby Vision mode activated on your Panasonic player, the screen is completely black, but you can hear all the audio. The second you turn off your Dolby Vision, it pops up just fine, which was interesting because the other day I put this in to test it, even though I kind of already knew. I was trying some things out and it came on, and I got to watch the entire movie on 4K Dolby Vision on my Panasonic player, and it looks phenomenal. I'll go ahead and put the picture right here for you. So what I had done is after I found out about that, the next morning, what I was going to do is I was going to record me going through my settings on my Panasonic player to show you the stuff I changed, and it seemed to work. Well, of course, the next morning it doesn't work, and it currently does not work. So it's very weird. It works sometimes and it doesn't work. So I'm not sure if it's, like I said, if it's solely to blame on the player, if it's solely to blame on Arrow, or, it's a little bit of both. Who knows? But what we're going to do is we're going to go through both of these releases, show you everything that comes inside of them, and then I'll kind of give you my thoughts on which release I think you guys should pick up. So what I'm going to do, since Arrow videos just came out, I am going to set that aside, and we're going to focus on Vinegar Syndrome's release of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Now, here it is right here. You do have some really nice commissioned artwork right on the front. Right there. You have Chop Top and Leatherface, and on the back you have, of course, Dennis Hopper. One of my favorite scenes of this whole movie is him wielding the dual chainsaws and the whole fight at the end. It's great. But here it is right there. So there's the front, there's the spine. You also have it on the top right there. It says Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And let's go ahead and we'll take this out. So this is like a hard slip. This is similar to the ones that like TerraVision does. Really started with Vinegar Syndrome. And here is the slip, and I absolutely love this slip. It's really, really nice. So there is the front right there. On the back, you do have your original artwork that came with Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And then, of course, with Vinegar Syndrome, as always, they have those really, really nice high-quality slips. So I went ahead and reversed the artwork. This is the original artwork. The other side is going to be this artwork, but of course I prefer the original. So there is the back. And inside, you're not getting any additional booklets, artwork, posters, nothing like that. You are getting your 4K right there, the Blu-ray, and then you're getting another Blu-ray with more special features on that. So that is everything you're getting with this one packaging-wise. Guys, I love this slip. I think this slip is phenomenal. So there is Vinegar Syndrome's release. Let's go ahead and switch over and we'll talk about Arrow's. So here's Arrow's release. I already did an unboxing video for this, but I'll do a quick just overview. You've got your normal slip that goes over it. I have talked about in the other video that I'm not a fan that they chose the exact same artwork as the slip for the rigid box. Now, Arrow did do a limited edition box set Blu-ray in the past, and I think what they should have done is had that new artwork on the slip, but the box keep it like the original that they did in the past. I think that would have looked really good, kind of a nod to the original one. But there it is right there. There's the spine, the back's blank, and then there's all the stuff that it comes with. So again, I did switch to the original artwork. Normally it is the new commissioned artwork. Now this one is only a 2-disc set, okay? So you've got some art cards right here. You also get a Texas chili recipe, which I think that's hilarious. But there it is, there's your 4K, and there is your Blu-ray. Now inside you are getting an amazing poster, in my opinion. So on one side you are getting your original artwork right there. See if I can move back for you. But the reverse, I think, is my favorite. And of course, you have Dennis Hopper right there. That's my favorite artwork. I'm thinking about framing that. I got to figure out how you get rid of these creases. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments. Now, also, this poster is really, really nice quality. It was, I think, on Inglourious Bastards, or it was either Inglourious Bastards or Demolition Man. The poster was a very cheap, flimsy, just paper. This is a really nice, almost like a cardstock. And then lastly, you are getting this really nice booklet right here. Inside of it, you're getting a lot of behind the scenes stuff. You're getting some different essays on the movie. You're also getting some stuff about the restoration, which I found interesting. This restoration they got from Vinegar Syndrome. The only difference is you're adding on the Dolby Vision, and it's getting mastered by someone else over at Arrow. So that's why there's a little bit of a difference in the image, even though it is the same transfer. All right, guys. And so there is my quick little comparison of the two. Now, which do I prefer and which do I recommend? That is a tough question because I'm going to be honest. I think with this, if you have a Panasonic player, you're kind of out of luck until Arrow addresses the issue at least and tries to figure something out with that problem, because it does look really good on that new Dolby Vision, I will say. You're also getting some new visual essays and stuff with this that you aren't getting in the Vinegar Syndrome one. However, the Vinegar Syndrome one, yes, you are getting a smaller disc size at 66 gigs, and it's not Dolby Vision. But let me tell you, it still looks amazing. You know, unless you're really, really zooming in and getting really critical about the picture quality, you really don't notice it that much. And this one, you're getting different special features than this one. You're getting, like, the main ones are the same, but you're getting some actual pretty lengthy stuff in here that you're not getting in the Arrow release. So that's why out of the two, if you have the option, right, I got to say, I would still stick with the Vinegar Syndrome. Now, that being said, the Vinegar Syndrome one, like this nice release, is out of print and you can't get it. This one is still readily available. Now, the one up that I have to give this is that booklet. That booklet is amazing. If you're really into booklets and the nice chunky box, this might be for you. But I think overall, with the special, especially if you're a special features junkie, you're going to like this better. I don't know. It's hard to say because it's so close, really. I think that if Arrow fixed the Dolby Vision, this might edge it out. But because that's going on, I got to give it to the Vinegar Syndrome one, in my opinion. But like I said, you're going to be hard pressed to find this now, unfortunately. So just go with this one, especially if you have a Sony or LG player. You're going to love this. And guys, that is my comparison between Arrow Video's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and Vinegar Syndrome's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Guys, this one was a tough one for me to pick. You know, part of me wanted to pick the Arrow one because it's brand new. It's got the nice poster. You get the booklet. But at the end of the day, if you can't watch it on your player, then you can't even watch it. And that's really what it's about. So that's why I'm giving it to Vinegar Syndrome on this one. Now, one might argue, well, just turn off your Dolby Vision. You can play it. I agree. That is an option, but you get the Arrow one for the Dolby Vision. And when the whole reason to get that release doesn't even work properly, then there is a problem. But guys, that is my video today. You guys take care.